Hi, everybody. I know. If you're a regular reader of the Lion Star blog, you're probably a little confused about what's going on right now. And I don't blame you. I have to be honest with you, the last few posts have been a little bit of, let's call it political theater. I know that I've been writing that my account was suspended and that my blog was shut down, and you click this link because it was supposed to be the link to a new location for my blog. But the truth is, my account was never suspended. I'm not moving my blog anywhere. And I apologize for having to engage in that little bit of political theater, but there's a good reason for it. Turns out there was a group of people started by Javier Aron Paz, a county employee who did most of this on county time, apparently, according to the timestamps I have, or at least a large portion of it. And it was a group of people made up of some prominent, not so prominent people as well, that were engaged in an organized effort to try to silence me, to try to hurt me economically as well. And there was a whole group of folks that just decided they were going to gang up and do that. Some of those folks include Eddie Holguin, former city representative, Lily Limon, former city representative, Max Grossman, Martin Paredes, a few other folks. Like I said, not all of them are like prominent folks or whatever. But point is, it was an organized effort by my haters. Now I know everyone says they have haters, but no, I legit definitely have haters. And now I have a list of them. So it turns out they had this group, and I've known about it for a while. So I've been playing along with their little game, and they had no idea the whole time I knew what they were up to. And this goes back to this incident even before this little meeting that was supposed to happen at the Carolina Center. That was all a setup too, guys. Sorry. Hate to break your hearts. But the last couple of posts I've been writing, I did just to mess with them, just to screw with them, just to make them think that they were successful. And basically what they're doing is every morning they would get up or several times a day, and they would report my blog as like violating community standards because they want to shut me up. They want to silence me. They want me to be quiet. They want me to go away. And so that's what their effort. But they were also like really engaged in some really shady stuff, trying to hurt my livelihood. And they relished in it. Believe me, wait till you see the screenshots. In fact, there's one screenshot I have of Eddie Holguin not just calling me a gay slur, but he also calls a female elected official a... I bleeped that out for you guys, but you get the hint of what he was trying to say. That's right. A former elected official said that about a woman. It's good to know what he thinks about women when he thinks no one's watching. But there's a whole lot of things, very interesting things that were said in there. I have records of them. It's hilarious to me that it's been going on this long and they had no idea that I knew. I will tell you that there were two people in that group that I was a little surprised were in that group because I've helped them. But it just is a very, very valuable life lesson, folks, that people will look you in the eye, pretend to be your friend, and all the while you've got a knife in your back. But that's okay. I knew about it, played dumb. I even played dumb when I spoke to them around my birthday. You now know who I'm talking about. But anywho, it's really not about me, though, and that's the important takeaway. What's important to understand about this is that this group decided they were going to gang up on somebody and just go through incredible lengths to try to silence them. What happens if they'll do that to me, and I'm, a pretty prominent Democratic voice in this town, and probably been one of the louder Democratic voices in this community for over a decade now. Ask the Republicans. If they can attempt to do something like that to me, what makes you think that they won't do that to somebody else? What makes you think they won't do that to you? What happens when you express an opinion that they don't like? What happens when you say something that goes against what they want or need or whatever their little movida is? What happens then? Do you think that you're immune to it? No. I'm just one person. But they're going to do this basically anytime somebody doesn't agree with them, anytime they don't get their way. And that should worry you. That should worry you. If there's a group of people that are willing to go to that extent to try to ruin you, to try to hurt you, to try to get you to do their bidding, that's a very scary thing. And it's important that people understand who they are and what they're capable of doing. Especially because Aaron Paz is doing this shit on on taxpayer dime. You know, that's you know, I think there's probably some HR issues having to deal with that. But make no mistake about it. If they can do it to me, don't think for a second they won't do it to you. Whether you're an elected official that doesn't agree with them or doesn't hire them or whatever, or whether you're just a regular person in the Democratic Party, they will get together and bully someone to meet their needs, whatever that may be. Now, quite frankly, I don't know what... Actually, let me address them directly. Javier, Eddie, Lily, and all of you all, what was your end game? Like, did you think that you could do this and I was just going to roll over and play dead? Did you think that, let's just say, for example, let's say you were successful. Let's say you actually got my blog closed down. Do you think I just can't start another URL? I have an audience. Do you think I'm just going to freaking quit because a few people said some bad things about me? No. No, I'm not going to just crawl into a corner in a fetal position, crying myself to sleep and saying, oh no, I'm never going to blog again because those mean people. Please. You did nothing except motivate me. Especially when you try to take food out of my kid's mouth. Oh, no, 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 no. You guys should know me better by now. I'm not just going to roll over and play dead. I'm not going anywhere. Just so you know that. I'm not going anywhere. I have been through adversity in this town and lived to tell about it. And I'm still here, still doing what I do. What you didn't probably notice is like over the last 6 months, I've been blogging less and less and less. And that's because, you know, part of me was losing interest in it. Part of me was looking for, you know, to do something different. But now that I know how much it bothers you all, hell, I may just devote a little more time to it. But at any rate, I don't know what you thought your end game was. I don't know how you thought this was going to play out. But it definitely didn't work out the way that you thought it was going to, or the way that you meant for it to happen. But I'll tell you, sure was funny. Sure was entertaining to me to watch that. I'll be releasing some screenshots so that you can see just how some of these folks are. And I'll do that over the next few days. But whatever they thought they were going to be able to accomplish, sorry, I already know about it. I've already made phone calls to warn people of the things that you were going to try to do. That's pretty awful, targeting businesses the way you were going to do that. But they've already been warned. Sorry, I knew about it. But you can say what you want about me, but my ideals, what I write about, my commentary is always based on what my beliefs are, what my core values are as a person, as a Democrat. You people want control of the Democratic Party for whatever reason. I don't really understand it. It's largely just a social circle. But don't you have a life? Don't you have anything else you do other than that? Like, is it that important to you that you will go to those lengths? I mean, I get it. There's some money involved, you know, not a large quantity. I don't know why you think that's worth it, but there's definitely money involved in the Democratic Party. I'm just really surprised that you guys didn't really think this out, didn't really think it through, assuming that I would just, you know, somehow wither away. But the point I was trying to make, and I got sidetracked there for a second, sorry about that, everybody else, was that I write and say what I believe based on my core values. You guys are a motley crew of people that have nothing in common except the fact that you hate me. So it's definitely not any kind of moral or ideological disagreement that you guys have. You guys just don't like what I write, what I've written about you, or people that you're close to. That's essentially what this is about. Because for those of you that are Bernie bros that are in that group, Kenneth, you're a perfect example. You're a Bernie bro. Ask Eddie Holguin what he thinks about Bernie Sanders. He doesn't even think he's a Democrat. He hates Bernie Sanders. He hates everything you stand for. But you guys decided you guys were going to be on the same little Team Eddie there. And then all of you are aligned with Republicans like Max Grossman or Wesley Lawrence. Like, you guys are a joke. It's a funny one. It was entertaining, I'll give you that. But it wasn't as entertaining as me doing stuff to get you guys to react to it. And you guys definitely did, and it was hilarious to watch you guys fall for it hook, line, and sinker. I got such a big kick out of it. And the people that knew about it as well, because there was a couple other people that knew about it, we were all laughing when we would see your screenshots. It was pretty funny. I have to admit, it was pretty damn funny. But aside from the humor of it, there really is, kind of a dangerous movie that these people are involved in, and I think people need to know about it. So we'll be talking about it, and we'll be releasing screenshots shortly. Lion Star out. But not forever.